Comrades, welcome back to Realpolitiks. It's been 2 weeks, but we are back again. So yes, just keep that in mind. If I disappear every now and then, it's just because there's so much happening. I don't really have enough time to make more episodes, but I'm still there. So even if you can't see me, I'm still there. So let's continue the adventure. We are now, let's see, what are we doing? We've got so many of these building projects happening at the same time. I think I can just close that. Although we're still busy with the air theory studies as well as the MAD, of course, that's very important now for us. But this one is almost done, less than a month, so I'll close it for now, but we'll soon get that pop up. The other thing is we're helping Baghdad. Let's just have a look. They are basically a new country, probably the newest country in the world. I think they are, because obviously we created them. And the peace with Mashriq will expire in about 3 years, so we don't need to worry about that now. It's just reminding us of that. So I think we should continue as much as possible to help Baghdad, just so it gets a strong start. I don't think without that help it will stand much of a chance, given that it's literally still surrounded by Mashriq on 3 sides. The only border that's not Mashriq is Saudi Arabia, and I doubt if they will come to the aid of this new country, because they did nothing against Mashriq for, what was this now, 70 years almost. So there we are. Let's just continue straight away and see what happens in this episode. I should just keep an eye, what's that? Bit of unhappiness in Natal, but that's not a problem. I should just keep an eye on our allies here so that we don't lose any more of them. So if there's a message about that coming up, we should act on it right away. But I think we could even preempt that. Let's improve relations with Angola, of course, our oldest partner here. And the air theory, that was a very quick 24 days. So yes, let's just improve relations with everyone, just so that doesn't become an issue, which it probably will shortly. So that's it, just the 3 of them. And is there any chance of getting either Ethiopia or Kenya back again? 22 relations. I think this only gives us plus 15, but it should be possible. Let's try it again. I should also ask Baghdad again. I think that was something I did last time, but they declined. So yes, about 2 months until I can ask again. And if Ethiopia or Kenya don't join us before then, and Baghdad agrees, then they will join us. I have no problem with that. I think also it's a further extension of our responsibility towards them at this stage. So the air thing is done. Let's see what next. So many things that we haven't even touched upon or looked at. I don't even know what all this stuff is. National preaching, no step back, women and children mobilization, sabotage, kamikaze. No thanks. I don't think that's necessary. So we're still importing resources, and I think that puts us in a good stead here. We don't need to worry about that. Let's see, air theory, is there anything more? We're looking for the airplane or the air base, I think. Can we do that one? Advanced optics, oh dear. Always more things. Now, where can I find advanced optics? So this is now under the research area, but it's still, defense and military. So let's do that. Super materials. So there's always a catch, another 1,000, but the money is not a problem. I wish we could invest more of this money. So yes, I think we'll do that, of course, now as soon as these diplomatic efforts are done, since we can invest in our partners. But yes, that's so much money that's just lying there now. Music plagiarism. We've been accused, I think this happened before, a long time ago. We've been accused of using a piece of music in our last campaign without permission. The case could go to court, but we could also try to silence the whole thing. I think we'll do what we did last time, and we'll just let the courts decide. It could go against us, but I think it's the right thing to do. This is not something that's worth covering up, really. So that should come up in a short while, I think. So let's see, the next thing that will be done is helping Baghdad. Let's see if that's a success. Help was a success. Okay, so hopefully that will help them a bit. Then failure with Angola. That's unfortunate. Let's just stop. I saw something here. War between Russia and Poland. So that's the second time now. And we know from the last time that there's a resurgent Polish nationalism. So I think Russia has actually met its match. There was also a comment actually that we should take Russia on because of their grabbing of Deimos a long time ago. Perhaps we could get that back from them. Let's just have a look at their current military status. Actually, they have only 2 transports. That is really the most bizarre thing. I don't know how Russia could let that happen, but that means Poland will have a cakewalk. But no, they have nothing. How can that be right? Poland has Zippo and Russia has Zippo, so I don't know how this is going to go. I'm sure they'll mobilize some more troops as the conflict continues, but that's a bit strange. So success with Uganda at least, and with New South Sudan and Ethiopia. So let's jump on that right away. Let's just pause things and see, can we do anything more here? We can't at the moment. We can always try to further improve relations with the new Iraqi regime there. Let's see, Ethiopia, can we do something with you? What if we help you? Relations will go up by 10. So if that's a success, I think we'll stand a good chance of getting them back again. Now, speaking of investment, let's just pause again. 40% chance, but that's okay. At least it gives us something to do with all this money, you know. So let's invest in all of the partners. And it looks like it costs the same. Oh well. Then that's it. What's our military looking like right now? I mean, unassailable, even by the standards of Russia now, which is very interesting. Let's see, is there any possibility of getting some more? Yes, look at that. 620 is our limit currently. I think we should jump on this. Let's get some more. Since we have so much money anyway, let's get 40 more of our advanced aircraft and let's say 15 more tanks. That will give us a nice 100. So just about 15 and 17 more infantry. I think I like the round numbers. So that should give us, just have a look, 17. So that should take it up to 180. Then the Navy I don't think is really necessary, but we can always get another 10. Didn't do it now. There we go. Just for the sake of it, we could even get 20, but we've never really used it. I think we might use it now against Russia. I think we're going to go for it. They're anyway in a weakened position. Let's see, what can I do here? To start a war, we'll just have to bring the relations down by 5, which is not bad. I mean, they hate us anyway, and we hate each other, so we'll just tell them about it. I think we'll do it. We'll help the Poles out. Let's see if we can actually get a closer relationship with them, since we'll be having a common enemy. Wow, it's a lot of diplomatic things happening in this episode, so I think we're off to a good start here. Success with Baghdad, so now they absolutely love us. Let's see, will they join our bloc? 55%. And it's done. Okay, so we have a new one. I don't think Ethiopia will succeed now, but there's a chance because before we had both Ethiopia and Kenya. So it just makes it more difficult each time. But there we go. So it's very strange to see Baghdad and South Africa there in one place together. But at least this, says to the world that we will defend the independence of this new country here. And the Russians resort to their nuclear arsenal. So there we see now they've brought some aircraft, but innocent. We have found innocent in the music plagiarism case. It's good to be vindicated. Success with, failure with Angola. Oh well. Our investment was a huge success, so what do we get in return? Money, even more money. No, I think we'll take score, even though it's not so much. It's something we need more than money. And Poland likes us a bit better. Let's just stop here. So Poland now has 5 infantry, 4 armor and 4 aircraft, which is not terrible in comparison to the Russians. I don't know what's happening here. There must be some kind of a limit to their manpower. I don't know if that's even a thing in this game, but why are they not mobilizing any troops whatsoever? Ah well, no concern there. So did we damage relations? Yes, we did. Okay, so we're gonna go to war now, and can I put a claim on Deimos? I doubt that. Let's just have a look here. Obviously, it has to be a neighboring province for us to get a core on it, so that just won't happen. But, so let's go to war with Russia. That's not something I thought would ever happen in this game, but definitely we're in a position of strength, and of course we'll be getting more in military very soon. So it says 0 here for the transports, but that's not quite right. Look at that, their limit or total army power is 43, ours is 557. So do it. Assign absolutely everything to this effort and begin. So let's see, we'll play and assign, secure the front, very high chance of success. Interesting, we have some missing industry profile again, but we'll sort that out in a while. Let's just take care of Russia first. Much more important right now. We might get nuked actually, so the mad thing is not done yet. Something I should have taken care of first. No, but that's not the important thing. It's the Star Wars thing that's important, and we do have that. Take their airfields. We're just running over them. 45% already. They don't know what's hitting them. Interesting how fortunes rise and fall, you know. The great powers have been humiliated, at least the Russian one. Prisoner extraction. We have received a request from Cuba, no less, for extraction of a famous artist who recently arrived here seeking asylum. What should we do? No, I refuse. So Cuba wants to get one of their artists back. He's hiding out in our country, but I don't know what will happen to him if we return him to Cuba. I don't actually know what the Cuban situation is in this game at this time. But the thing is, he's an artist, so who's he hurting? He obviously did some controversial artwork and they don't like that. Too bad, you can just hate us for a while, but you're not getting your hands on him. I mean, we are a great power now. We should not bend to the whims of lesser powers at this point. So the infantry has arrived. Let's assign everything. Capturing all the key cities. I wonder now, I think we're going to win before the Polish because we're so much stronger than they are. We could try out a nuke probably because they have nukes of their own. So does that make it a valid target? Is a defender? No. It's because they didn't attack us. I'd love to use the nukes at some point, but it seems like we have to be the victim. And I doubt if anyone will dare attacking us or to attack us at this point. Take the garrisons. Speaking of the nukes, I think we need some more. We could certainly afford it, and why should we not have the largest arsenal? What's happening in the UN? It's not important now. Foreign investment. We've got an offer to invest some money into our friend's business. Sounds fishy. It's risky, but it could be quite profitable. And this is in the Congo. So we'll invest 2,300. Relations will go up. Well, why not? Doubt if it will actually... we won't be able to put them in our block, but that's okay. Status in the stock exchange has been weakened. Hey, what's happening here? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yes, keep nuking the Polish. I think that was the Polish. Pause again. No, France. Oh, they're still fighting it out. Oh, I totally forgot about this. I thought this thing was over. Looks like it might be now. Strange. Yeah, we can figure that out in a moment. Yes, they were going to war last time, but I know it went in the favor of the one rather than the other, but it seems to have ended now with that nuke. Peace treaty between Germany and France. So who won now? I think that might tell us. Germans won. They nuked the French and they surrendered immediately. And in the deal they gave up Alsace-Lorraine, which is not a good historical precedent. You know, this is where the Saarland is, and that was one of the things in World War II, I think, that was an issue, and the remilitarization of the Rhine, that was the other side of the border, of course, but still, this area historically is not the best when it comes to great wars between France and Germany. So France lost that one. Interesting. Yes, it's indeed a new era that we live in. Let's just have a quick look. We won that one. Just stop for a moment. I'm very curious about this. Let's look at Germany, since they now won the war there. 48-20. I mean, we could destroy Germany completely. Our military is so much more powerful than theirs, and France probably as well, put together with Germany. So interesting, yes. Nothing to fear for us, of course, but we could pretty much take over the world probably at this point. Let's do the final offensive and get Deimos back where it belongs. I think it's only right. We'll have to wait now for MAD to finish before we can do something about the mineral situation. It might just be because of the war. We'll see when it ends. Taking the Crimea. This should go well. Trapped convoy. Our convoy fell into an enemy trap and was completely overrun. We will have our vengeance. War losses plus 10%. What a tragedy. Now we'll have our vengeance, and the war with Russia is over. So let's make a deal. Propose peace, and I would like to get what is rightfully ours, please. Wonder why there's two colors there. Anyway, take that, and war score is only 16%. Do they have anything else that we might like to take? Since we're anyway gonna get a warmonger level again. I don't think they have any other assets in space. Do I want something from their mainland, perhaps? I don't know. That will put us in a very precarious position. But we might actually take Crimea as a sort of a, you know, a military exclave of South Africa. It's strange now with the Crimea. It's really Ukrainian, but anyway, I'm sure the Russians will disagree with that assessment, but let's take it. Then it becomes like, you know, like Hong Kong was for the British. It's our foreign outpost. Let's do it. Let's see if they accept. Of course, they must. It was under 100%. How interesting. So we now have a foothold in Europe. That is just amazing to me. And of course, we get our colony back now. Am I right? Yes, we can't see who has claims on this, like with the cores. I'm sure the Russians will still think it's theirs, but for a very long time they won't have the strength to do anything about it. So that's done. Let's look at this thing. It's still happening. We need to import more minerals. Even though we have a surplus, it seems that the surplus is not big enough. Yes, we need 281, so we'll have to import even more. Oh well. I think it's also because of the expanded military. It means just basically part of the maintenance for the military is because, yes, it takes minerals, I think. Let's just have a look quickly. Let's get 2 more infantry. Just as a, yes, you see, so part of the maintenance, I think at least for the tanks and aircraft. Let's just replace some of these losses. Yes, there we go. So that's where the minerals disappear to. But I'm fine with that. We'll just import more, seeing as we can afford it. And there's a few things I have to take care of. First is the stock exchange. So the USA is a bit degraded there. And the Australians as well. There we go, all done. And the nukes, that was the other thing. At the moment we've got 55 warheads, which puts us third. But Look at the US. It's almost got 500 now. It looks like it's building up an insurance policy in case somebody is thinking about attacking it. I don't think that will ever happen for us. That's just not one of my goals, unless the US becomes very bellicose against us. But I doubt it, and start making demands for Deimos, for example. But yes, I don't think that will happen. So let's buy some more. We can only buy up to 223 because that's how many minerals we have. So we'll definitely have to import more. That means the US is spending almost 500 minerals every month just to, for maintenance of their nuclear stockpile. Oh well, so we have 25. Let's get another 25 for now. It's just a show of strength. No, we had 55. Oh well. Just to show we can. 40 more aircraft have joined us, so we can buy another 2 just to round it off to 150. Is there anything else? Oh yes, the Navy is still outstanding. So we ended the war before we even got the rest of our reinforcements. Our investment turned out to be a failure. Oh well, we have the money to spend. Did the Polish get anything? Not sure. Subcarpathia. This wasn't Russian before, was it? I don't think so. It might have been, though. No, I don't think so. Oh well, probably just settled. But there we go. Let's look at the Crimea. What can we do here? Maybe we can put up some kind of project there. MAD is done, so let's just pause that. Housing, tourists, there's no military outpost. I would like that, but we'll just get, we still can't get the next gen city. Not sure. Tourism I don't want to have here. You can just put up some advanced industries, military industries, for example. So let's import some more minerals here. Big imports. How much is that? 323. Then we can cancel the small ones, but let's get the big one first. I don't want both of them active at the same time. It's just not necessary. Super materials done, so let's look for the, I think it was the optics or something was the next one. Military and then research. Was that the thing they wanted for the airbase system? Yes, so then, well, I wish we could then build an airbase in Crimea, but I don't think that's how it works. I think that's more Hearts of Iron 4 kind of thing where you have the airbase. What was that? Panama was bankrupt. Uganda has bankruptcy, no. Let's see, can I not help them? We did already, so no, at least we did the investment, but let's help them. Aircraft, block of South Africa and Russia, peace treaty between Russia and Poland. There's the German-France thing. I think that's just all old news. Stock exchange in Poland, that's obviously due to the Russian spies. Pakistan is bankrupt, war between us. Same things, not really. Philippines bankrupt. It looks like it's always the same ones that go bankrupt. I've seen Philippines before as well, and Uganda. So what's the next thing? I just want to look around. Is there any kind of a project perhaps? Ireland wants something. We're thinking about a new commercial deal, a promotional campaign for your products in our country. Certainly. Both sides would benefit from this. Money, not a problem. Action points, not a problem. Although we don't have as much as we used to have. That's interesting. We had such a surplus for so long and now we're only getting 13 per turn or per month. That's something we'll have to pay attention to. What does this give us now? Stock market from all members will be 10% increased because I guess all of us can sell in Ireland. Yes, why not? So for the future, I think when it comes to investments, we should just get some action points instead of prestige or money. Anti-democratic thing, this happened before, it was now officially renewed, I guess, and so we just get the benefit from that because we are of course not a full democracy. Anything I can do? What about Ethiopia? They've probably, spit down again. Can't help them either. Big imports, so let's just cancel the small ones. No need for that. And then we should have the ability to research something else again. Interest rates. Monetary policy specialists have proposed increasing interest rates as a way of balancing the economy with the current inflation. Taxes will increase, interventionism will go up, unhappiness will go up. Well, I think the people can afford to pay a little bit more, just for now. Just since we are rather well off, I think. What was the other thing now? Oh yes, the empty project. It was just cancelling the small one, but we still have so much left. Actually, now we have too much again. Oh well, I wish it would, have a stockpile or something. Battlefield support systems. Satellite system programmed to directly support ground forces on the battlefield. We can do that. Why not? For a future war, we just get more support from our satellite network. Spy network report against Russia. Our agents have found an opportunity to wreak some economic havoc on the books of our enemy. They want to know if they should proceed. Of course you should. Money action points only 25 though. We're getting more now again. GDP growth in Russia will go down, and unhappiness, it looks like unhappiness in South Africa will increase, but yes, oh well, it's not terrible and it will go down quickly. And we helped Uganda, so that's always good now. Can we invest again in Angola just so we can get some more action points? Brazil's status has been degraded. It's just, a lot of them. And France and as well Brazil. What's our warmonger level? 80. Oh, that's not so bad. Let's see if we can improve relations with the US, since they are still very important for the stock market. But usually they don't like it when we do that. They're also authoritarian now. Mexican culture, there you go. Latin American, it was because of northern Mexico being taken over. Look at their small military in comparison to ours, but I guess they could mobilize a lot if they wanted. Our investment was a huge success, and of course I want action points. Thank you very much. Yugoslavian War, East Yugoslavia versus West Yugoslavia. Well, why did we get a notification of that though? Well, I guess we do usually. Improve was a success, so that was a good exception. At least they like us a bit now. What will happen here? Who's the good guy and who's the bad one? I don't think there is such a thing. It's just all a world of grey. Waste disposals, New South Sudan. We're sinking in garbage. Perhaps we could strike a deal with one of our bloc members to sell some of it. So essentially we'll use them as a huge dump site. That's not the best thing, but I mean, obviously we will have to adhere to some kind of environmental regulations. We're going to take care of our own garbage plus 3%. It's going to be a fair deal, or it's going to be a fair deal, in which case what happens? Relations will go down, unhappiness will increase. Look, I think let's do it, but let's do it actually in a fair way, because we're paying a lot of money, so I'm guessing we help them to dispose of it and recycle it and do whatever they need to do with it. So, okay, let's do it. But there has to be some perks of being an imperial power now. Well, not that we want to be an imperial power, but at least a great power in the world. Malta is bankrupt. Well, I think you're France's problem. Yes, you are. Actually, I want to have a look at this Yugoslavian thing. Poor weather conditions. The weather lately has not been kind to us. Our energy system is not able to produce enough power. I think it's because we use a lot of solar power. And now we just have to spend more coal and things to supplement that. Oh well, we can manage that. I just want to have a look at this. So East Yugoslav, they are authoritarian and they are going almost up to totalitarian. The other side is a bit less authoritarian, but they're going even higher. So yes, there's, I don't know what it's about. Just tensions, I guess. So we'll see what happens there. We don't really have a horse in that race, but it's interesting nonetheless. Let's see, is there any other opportunities on the map? South America, not much happening there. And half an hour is over again. Strange how quickly it goes. But anyway, there's something. Tunisia wants money. I don't want to give you any, even though we can actually. And we do have the HDI. It's not that we can't. And it's African, so let's do it. It's just money that they want. That's not a problem. Pakistan wants some help with the rebels. I don't know if we should get involved in this. Our oppressors are leading this country to ruin. Please help us. Well, I don't agree. I don't disagree because your country keeps going bankrupt. Please help us in creating our glorious revolution. Money, action points on Pakistan's side, unhappiness. Well, let's do it. Let's get involved. Why not? Hopefully we don't have to involve ourselves directly, but if we do, we're more than ready. And I think that's it for the world. There doesn't seem to be any other opportunities or things around. Every few years, so we're midway now to our next review. So we're still solidly second place, and Japan is still third. It doesn't look like things really ever change. I don't know if Indonesia was there last time though. So they're the fifth in the world in terms of prestige. Just before we end off this episode, let's just have a look at our economy in comparison to the others. So Germany has the largest economy now by far. Even the US has fallen behind. That is very interesting to me. Look at that. Europea, and essentially Europea is just Germany. Then China is now third, Japan, UK. Where are we? Come on, 14th. It's not terrible. I mean, we only have to rise 2 spaces to get into the UN. So that was one of our very long-term goals. How far behind are we? We'll take Ireland. I can't believe Ireland has a bigger economy than we do at this point, but not by much. So we'll look at that. 21 provinces versus 1. The Irish must be doing something right. We'll supplant them very soon though, and then it's just Brazil in the way. I think we might even be able to do that in the next episode, especially if we focus just on the economic technologies. Let's just have a look. Yes, Brazil is the next one. If we can just get them out of the way, then I think we'll be almost at the point where we can start wrapping up this series. I think so, maybe. I don't know. We'll decide when we get there. It's not something that I want to end off very soon. It's just that that was really one of our big goals. I don't think we can take over the US in terms of prestige. There's still 10,000 ahead of us. And there's not that many opportunities to get huge amounts of prestige. Anyway, so that's for the next episode. At least now we have a little foothold here in Crimea, where we can of course station our aircraft and navy and so on to sort of create a sphere of influence, which is fantastic. So next time I think we'll look at what to do here with Tanzania or the DRC. The DRC will be a bit of a problem because of their 4 provinces. That will have to be repeated, wars to take over one after the other. Or we could just go for Malawi, just get it done, maybe. So many options. Anyway, thank you for watching and for waiting so long for this episode. I hope you don't have to wait so long for the next one. But have a fantastic weekend and hope to see you next time.